In a realm veiled from the eyes of ordinary humans, a world known as Aetherion thrived. This mystical land was home to a variety of extraordinary creatures, from graceful unicorns to cunning shapeshifters, and it was the birthplace of magic itself. Aetherion was separated from the mortal world by an enchanted forest called the Ethereal Woods, where the boundaries between the two realms were thin and permeable. Within the heart of Aetherion stood the grand city of Ilaria, an architectural marvel that gleamed with iridescent stones and bridges of pure moonlight. It was here that our story begins. In a cozy cottage on the outskirts of Ilaria, a young orphan named Safina lived with her elderly guardian, Alaric. Safina had been brought to Aetherion as a baby, left on the doorstep of Alaric's home. She had no memory of her origins or family, but she possessed an extraordinary gift for magic. Alaric, a retired mage, recognized Safina's potential from a young age and took her under his wing as his apprentice. He taught her the ancient ways of Elysian magic, and Safina quickly became one of the most promising students in the land. One fateful night, Safina had a vivid and recurring dream. In her dream, she saw a magnificent dragon, its scales glistening like precious gems, flying over a barren wasteland. It let out a mournful cry, and Safina felt an overwhelming sense of sadness and urgency. She awoke in a cold sweat, unsure of the meaning behind her dream. Determined to uncover its significance, Safina sought the guidance of Alaric, who believed the dream might hold the key to a long-forgotten prophecy. In search of answers, Safina and Alaric embarked on a quest to the Forbidden Library, a hidden repository of ancient knowledge that contained forbidden spells and forbidden history. The library was guarded by the enigmatic Keeper of Secrets, a being with the ability to see into the hearts and intentions of those who sought entry. Safina and Alaric had to pass a series of trials to prove their intentions were pure. The prophecy of the Draconis Lumina revealed that the dragon was a guardian of Aetherion, its existence tied to the balance of magic in the land. If the dragon cried out, it meant that a grave threat was looming, one that could endanger the very fabric of Aetherion. The prophecy foretold that only a mage of exceptional power could prevent the impending disaster. Safina realized that she was the one destined to save Aetherion, but to do so she needed to locate the Draconis Lumina and understand its sorrow. With Alaric's guidance, she set off on a perilous journey across Aetherion, facing trials, encountering mythical creatures and discovering long-lost artifacts. As Safina and Alaric ventured deeper into Aetherion, they encountered a myriad of magical beings. They befriended a shapeshifter named Sylvan, who could transform into any creature, and a kind-hearted unicorn named Luna, who possessed the power to heal with her horn. The trio followed the signs and stories of the Draconis Lumina, discovering that it had been dormant for centuries, hidden away in a forgotten cave deep in the heart of Aetherion. Safina realized that her magic was the key to awakening the dragon and understanding its sorrow. With trepidation, Safina approached the slumbering Draconis Lumina. She channeled her magic and touched the dragon's scales. The dragon awoke, and its eyes, like galaxies, met Safina's. It let out a mournful cry once more, and in that moment Safina understood the source of its sorrow. The balance of magic in Aetherion had been disrupted by an ancient evil that had plagued the realms of Aetherion many millennia ago. Safina and her companions listened as the Draconis Lumina shared its ancient memories. It revealed that a powerful and malevolent sorcerer named Malakar had once sought to conquer Aetherion by harnessing the very essence of magic. In his greed for power, Malakar had attempted to drain the land of its magic, threatening to plunge Aetherion into darkness. The guardian dragon had valiantly fought Malachar, imprisoning him deep within the Earth's core and sealing his dark magic away. However, in the process, the Draconis Lumina had been gravely wounded and forced into a deep slumber, unable to fully heal. Safina knew that the threat of Malachar's return posed a grave danger to Aetherion. She understood that she had to awaken the dormant magic within the land to heal the Draconis Lumina and strengthen the mystical barriers that protected Aetherion from the Dark Sorcerer. With the help of Luna, Sylvan, and their journey was fraught with trials and sacrifices. Along the way, they encountered ancient guardians who tested their worthiness, fierce elemental spirits that challenged their determination, and ominous riddles that probed their wisdom. Safina's magic grew stronger with each challenge, and her bond with her companions deepened. As the group gathered the final fragment of Aetherion's magic, they sensed the looming presence of Malachar. He had somehow managed to weaken the mystical barriers that kept him imprisoned, and his malevolent forces began to seep into the land. The time for confrontation had come. With the Draconis Lumina at her side, its scales glowing with newfound vigor, Safina led her friends in a final battle against Malachar and his dark minions. The skies of Aetherion ignited with magic as they clashed in a spectacular display of power. In the epic battle that ensued, the combined magic of Safina, Luna, Sylvan, and the awakened Draconis Lumina proved stronger than Malachar's malevolence. With a blinding burst of light, they banished the Dark Sorcerer once and for all, sealing him away in a prison of eternal darkness. Aetherion was saved, and its magic began to flourish once more. The mystical barriers were reinforced, and the land's beauty and vitality were restored. The Draconis Lumina, having fulfilled its duty, returned to its slumber, its scales shimmering with a newfound sense of peace. With the threat of Malachar vanquished, Aetherion enjoyed an era of unprecedented prosperity and harmony. Safina and her companions were hailed as heroes, and the land flourished under their care. Safina continued her studies of magic, eventually becoming a revered mage who guided future generations. Aetherion's story of courage, friendship, and the enduring power of magic spread throughout the realm and beyond, inspiring countless tales and songs. And while the dream that had set this epic adventure in motion remained a mystery, it served as a reminder that destiny could take the most unexpected forms. The Chronicles of Aetherion became a legendary saga, cherished by all who heard it, and it carried with it the timeless message that even in the face of darkness, the light of hope and unity would always prevail.